A user contacted me about a script they were trying to make. The goal was to add Save to the InDesign right-click context menu. I liked the idea, so it caught my interest. But the script wasn't working, so the user asked for my help. Before this, I didn't know changing these menus was possible. It is, and together we figured out how to make it work. Now I'll share it with you. But first, I want to mention links in the description to related information. These sources provided answers that made this possible. So visit and support those sites. Now, let's write some code. We'll make a new script, not based on any tutorial so far. It will be short and simple. You can also download the finished code. See the link in the description. Instead of the tutorial workspace I've been using during this series, I'll make a script in my normal InDesign workspace, because I want the script available in the Scripts panel. Otherwise, we have to copy it to the Scripts panel each time we edit the script. Working directly in the Scripts folder saves us that hassle. I've named the new script Add Save to Context Menus. Start with an anonymous function as usual. The first step is to get the Save menu action, meaning a reference to the action performed when we click Save in the File menu. var macSave equals app menu actions item save. The app property menu actions is a collection of the tasks performed when specific menus are clicked. The method item accepts an ID number or a name. Most collections also have the methods item by ID and item by name, which get the object strictly by ID or name, just so you know. I've chosen the simpler item method in this case. Either way works. This is a start, but there are two problems. One, Save is English. If your system and app are non-English, Save is translated to your language. InDesign has a solution for this, what are called key strings. These are identifiers in English that resolve to the current language equivalent. Instead of the literal text save, we want to use its key string. $, ID, a slash, followed by save. Now the object is returned regardless of language. That solves the first problem. The second problem is that asking for a menu action can return more than one. A collection is returned, which is similar to an array but not an array. Use the method getElements to make it an array, then get the first element at index 0. So the code looks like this: app, menu actions, item, $ID / save, then we call the method getElements, and finally, reference the first element at index 0. Now we have the object that performs the save action. Next, we'll add it to a context menu. Getting the object for the menu is similar. var mcLayout equals app menus item $ID / RT mouse layout. This time we don't need the getElements method. There is only one context menu for layout. But you may ask, how do we know the key string to use? That takes some detective work, which I've already done. In the download for the code, I've included a CSV file of menu names and their key strings. See the link in the description. Use that to find other menus you might want to edit. Next, test if Save has already been added to the context menu. It would be an error to try adding it again. If mcLayout menu items item macSave name is valid, when true, the menu item exists, so remove it. mcLayout menu items item macSave.name, remove. Now add save to the context menu. MC Layout, menu items, add. macSave, location options, at beginning. The location option at beginning puts it at the top of the menu. For good measure, I'll finish with an alert to let us know it worked. Alert, done. Save the script, then go to InDesign. The script appears in the Scripts panel. Double-click to run it. It's done that fast. Now let's see if it worked. Right-click an element, but we don't see Save in the menu, because in this case, I just opened the document. Just like in the File menu, saving isn't an option at this point. Nothing has changed, so there's nothing to save. I'll make a random edit so the document becomes unsaved. Right-click an element, and there it is. So ensure when testing to see if this works, the document needs saving. That wasn't too difficult, but we're not done yet. Right-click the pasteboard. No save there. Or when text is selected, because we added Save to the Layout menu. As the name implies, context menus change based on the context. If a frame is selected, that's Layout. If not, we're in other contexts, and Save wasn't added to those menus. Here's how to fix that. We'll add the same Save action to more menus, Default and Text. Default is when nothing is selected, and Text is when text is selected. var MC default equals app menus item $ID /RT mouse default. var MC text equals app menus item $ID /RT mouse text. And like the Layout menu, we need to check and remove Save if already added. I'll duplicate the if block twice, once each for the new menus. And update the menu names. And of course, add Save to these menus as well. Again, I'll duplicate and edit the menu names, because other than that, the lines are the same. Save the script and go back to InDesign. Run the script. Now, right-click the pasteboard. There it is. Select some text. And Save is there too. And still when a frame is selected. These three are the most used right-click menus, so that should be enough. But one other thing to know. As with many solutions in Adobe Scripts, there's more than one way to get a menu action. It's possible to get it from a menu item. Not that I suggest doing it this way, but just so you know. Get the menu item Save from the File menu. I'll comment out the first example and replace it. var MISave equals app menus item $ID /main. Menu elements item $ID /file. Menu elements item $ID /save. Get elements 0. We start at the main menu, go into the File menu, then get the Save menu element. And like before, finish with Get Elements 0 to get the first array element. Now pull the menu action from the menu item. var MASave equals MISave associated menu action. The first example is simpler, so I would stick with that. But it's good to know other methods if for some reason you can't get the menu action directly. Last, suppose you changed your mind and you don't want Save in the context menu anymore. We already have the code to remove them. That's always done first. So simply comment out the lines that adds Save to the context menu. Save the script and run it again. Now it's back to where it started, without Save in any of the context menus. Download the finished code at the link in the description. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe so you're notified of future videos. Also, leave a comment. I always like to hear from you. All feedback is welcome. There are plenty of other tutorials. Click the video or playlist on screen for more. Thank you for watching. We'll do it again soon.